W 2013 and up is making a fan noise or you're getting a really bad odor, there are two things you need to do. The first step is get the tools that you need. I'll show you that in a second. Then park the car in a well-lit area or have a light ready because you're gonna have to pop the hood and you're gonna have to take off some panels over there on the passenger side. Second step will be to either, depending on how bad the noise is, will be to replace the filter and or possibly remove the fan from the bottom here and then apply lubricant or some kind of rust release to the squirrel cage center column, which rusts over time. So here we go. You're gonna need some wrenches and you're gonna need some paper towels and you're gonna need this hex right here. So if you have some tools with some hexes, your basic bits, you should be fine. Some like these. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna undo these right here. Then you're gonna remove this panel off. And this you can actually just twist. You see how there's arrows here? You could twist that. I think this is locked right here. So maybe this one's actually not locked. And then you're gonna remove this. So that's the first step. Let's get to that. First, I apologize for it's a windy day, but here I am using a 3/8 wrench. And you just twist these. There's two arrows facing each other. You twist it away from that. Then you're going to lift. There's a rubber grommet in there and it pops out from the right side. Put that aside. Some people suggest removing the battery in the back. I don't think that is a necessary step. You just have to be careful that you are not shorting anything out. Then there's this piece which might or might not be disconnected. We're gonna see that in a second. But next part is, again, the arrows are facing each other. You want to twist away from that. If we could pop this connector open, we might do that. There we go. Just so that does not get in the way, and that's attached over here. I'm using HOP5, it says on here. I don't know exactly which kind of torque pit this is, but just gonna twist. Oh, here we go. Twist away like that. Not too hard, you just want it to be facing away. Okay. Oh, gets stuck in there easy. Okay, so all the plastic, it's fun to remove. Then you're gonna pull it down from this end. Okay, you're gonna pop a plastic piece from over here. It's hard to see. Sits in here basically, like that. You just pop it out, put it to the side so it's nice and secure. Then just lift this out like this a little bit. And next we're gonna have to get that screw over there. It's not focusing. That's the next screw that you need. And then after that, there's a screw over here. That's the next screw you need to unscrew. Okay, here I recommend, this is, I thought it was a 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeter. And you get to this bolt that we showed you just a second ago. And you just, you're gonna loosen it. Okay, so that screw right there that we have started untightening is the one you need to get to with this 10 millimeter. It's quite hard because you have this plastic sticking out here, but it's also very tightly in there, so it doesn't come out by hand. So you just need to keep basically getting the wrench on there and twisting it down like that until you can get it out. Okay, eventually you'll win this battle. You'll get the screw out as I just did. And you're gonna lift this up. Try to pull on this. And it should pop right out. There's a connector here that we had discussed previously. you see you have a net here protecting your intake. So we're just going to clean around here. It looks like we have a rusty screw in there. This looks like it's secured by rivets, so we won't be able to get in there and get any dirt out that might have gotten into the squirrel cage, but we're going to clean this whole thing up. If you have a later model, it may have no protector here like this, and you might have stuff in there, and then you should get that out basically. But we're just going to clean up around here and put this back together, and then we're going to go on the inside and see if we can replace that filter. To clean up around there, we're going to put this over the hole so we don't get more stuff in there, and we're going to remove anything we can with a brush around the area so it's not sucking dirt into the car. And there's quite a bit of dirt around the bottom here, so we're going to do that. All right, while I was digging around in there, I found quite a surprise down there. It's a bit of a mess. I started taking out some of the leaves. You could see, I'm sure that's contributing to the poor smell. Needles and leaves under there. So even though pine needles tend to produce a fresh scent when they're fresh, I think the decaying leaves, and it looks like it's also true on the other side. You've got all these leaves in there. You see them? And from this angle too. So I'm going to try to get as many of those out as I can before I reassemble the whole thing. Also, what I did was I took a little liquid wrench, which I love, and you want to just spray a little bit on this rusty nut up here, just to keep it from rusting. You want to use very little because this stuff smells. So when you start up your car, it's going to run through the system and it's not going to smell good. So you want to use just a tiny bit. What I did is actually, I took this easy reach from the WD-40 and I put it on the liquid wrench to help me get into the, to get to the nut. I just did a lot of diving in and out of there with my hand. I did not come prepared with a shop vac, but you could see it's a bit better, but I really do recommend using a shop vac to vacuum some of the crud that gathers in here, because as it builds, probably traps moisture, which will contribute to rust in the long term. You want to pop this side, the left side, under this screw right here, over here, where that screw that we struggled with is going to be. So left side has to look like this, right side has to look like this, and then start with the screw in the left or right, whichever one you might find easier. My recommendation is put some liquid wrench or some kind of WD-40 on the screw before you attempt to put it in, then get one finger above and one finger below and spin it with those two fingers as best as you can. Let's see if I can. So one finger underneath, the other one below, righty-tighty. As you can see, I am getting most of the way there. Like I said, liquid wrench, great. I actually just tightened it by hand. I'm just gonna put the 10 millimeter on there and make sure it's tight, and that's gonna be it. I think liquid wrench is really an amazing substance, and it's gonna save you a lot of time in the long run, and it's a $5 can. If you have the easy reach, what do you call it? I don't really know how tight this needs to be on here anyway. It's just holding in a plastic piece. It's hand tight now. I think it's good. So we're gonna move on to the other one now, in which we're going to use this extension. So that one should not be a problem. I also covered this one with a liquid wrench just so that it would go in easy and it keeps the bolts from rusting. And this is, I'm hoping this is a stainless steel screw. Cannot tell. You guys who know this stuff by the codes, let me know. And I'm gonna secure that one in there. Try not to drop it because that would be a pain. I don't know how much you can see with my hand covering it. Okay, so my phone call interrupted that, sorry. I'm not sure if it's actually screwing. Oh, okay. So I'm getting a little bit of resistance now. I'm just gonna hand tighten it. So I'm touching this and it's not shaking at the back. I don't want to over tighten it. It is a plastic piece you're securing here. Don't forget, you over tighten it and it'll probably snap. Don't forget to plug in this sensor. Actually, I'm not sure which sensor this is, but we want to leave things the way we found them. Next, I won't be able to film this because I'm going to need such an awkward angle. You're going to slip this top part in here, and by pushing this back. Then once you do that, you're going to take that plastic clip and you're going to pop it into that hole right there. That's the one we removed. Just to be clear, this one. I know. Well, actually, I think I could just lift this over here. See if I can get that fastener in there without dropping it. That's gonna be the key. Okay, just pops right in. It is not difficult. This side is pretty secure. Now, you just want to make sure that your hood, because they're going to latch under the glass. They're pretty ingenious design in that. So we're going to get our 5 Torx. I don't know which one this is. We're going to number 1 turn. It's secure. Another turn. Yeah, they get stuck in this easily. Another turn. Okay. Ooh, that is not fun when they get stuck. And the last one, you just press it down. Okay, the arrows line up. This is secure now. Okay, good. So that whole place is clean. We know we did some good cleaning back there. Just clean off anything that you might have gotten dirt on. It's kind of hard to see. The left piece is gonna go in the rubber right here. The other piece has to sit like this. Pop, okay? Then this piece, pop. Very nice. And here you go, you have this piece. The rubber, I believe, goes above, so you just have to get the rubber so that it insulates like that. Above here, like that. And this piece is good. It does bend a little weird here, but so does it does on the other side too, so that's not a problem. Just double check. See, we forgot to secure this one in the middle. So that one probably popped out due to us pulling too hard there. So it should have been open in the first place, but we never opened it. So let's see if we can, okay, seat it down and tighten it. Okay, good. Now it's flush. I have some white residue here. This is for me trying to polish my windshield after scratching it. So that has nothing to do with what I just did here. Okay, so this is all secure. Okay,